Welcome to Stop for a While. Imagine arriving at the peaceful place, the very end of the road on a long day's trip. This is where you can finally kick off your shoes, take a deep breath and just relax. We're on the Fraser coast in Queensland, a quiet hideaway where new friends are made, the yarns are long, the laughter comes easy, and sometimes the truth takes a well-earned holiday. We meet the wanderers, you know the kind. Those unique, quirky characters you run into out on the road. They're the reason these stories come alive. They're made for that magic hour, when the tent's finally up, the caravan's level, and you've got a cold drink in your hand. We talk about what happened on their journey, whether it actually happened that way or not. But that's half the fun, isn't it?
I've had some toys over the years. Am I going to make it? You're going to make it. It's just going to be easy, you know. It's quiet, and it's comfortable, you know.
A great Ford Ranger and a story to remember. Brian makes some great additions to his vehicle, but his story soon. Rob, the owner of the peaceful place. He's the kind of bloke who will drop everything to help you out. Just the other day, he jumped in to tow a future guest down to the caravan park himself. That's not just good service, that's Rob for you. Last week, there was a mysterious van parked up. Rob was up on a ladder, his trademark Bunnings straw hat on his head, giving it a good scrub down. Turns out, he was helping a mate from down the road sell the van. And where better to show a spotless van than in the middle of a caravan park? The sale was a breeze. The new owner was a former guest who fancied swapping her camper van for a caravan. And get this, the bloke who was selling the van ended up buying her camper van. That's the community spirit here at the peaceful place. A while ago, two families pulled in together, travelling in tandem, but each with their own van. There was a bit of a drama with the site numbers, so instead of parking side by side, they ended up just across the road from each other, which was no worries really. It's only a small park, and it all worked out in the end. One of them even had a flashy new jockey wheel, the kind that powers itself, so you just steer and watch it do the work. Very cool. Well, the whole park pitched into this one, because one neighbour accidentally dropped the drawbar of their van on the floor. It hit the deck. So I grabbed a big old trolley jack. We got the van back up a little bit higher, and the nifty jockey wheel did its thing. Just lifted it up, and we steered the van where it needed to go. That night, everyone involved shared a well-earned cool drink together. Now, Brian and Leeza stopped for a while, and let me tell you, it was hard to get Brian to open up with his story. It took some serious convincing. How did you get to what we're calling, where we are, the peaceful place? What brought you here?
We're on a bit of a road trip for Christmas, etc., to see our daughter. She was up at her and a partner live on a property, cattle property out the back of Alpha, which is west of Emerald. So our new granddaughter up there. So we spent some time up there and just mucked around on the property. And because I work in at Emerald as well, so it makes it a little bit easier for me I'll just travel up there, and the wife can spend the time with the granddaughter and the daughter, and our other daughter's living with them at the moment as well. So it was like, then I just nick off to work. To say an hour and a half away to go to work. So
nice and close, hour and a half. So you bunk over there, because you told me earlier you're in the mines, yeah. So you bunk over at the mines and come home on weekends? Or?
Yeah. So we got a camp room there, so just go to live up in the camp room, and just in and out of that for the week, and then finish up work and drive back out for the weekend. Yeah, and do it all over again the next week.
But that's working life, isn't it? Which is why you come and put the van on the back of the car and go somewhere else.
That's right. So after that, we sort of, we did the stuff we had to do with get to see the kids and that, and spend Christmas there and New Year's, and that was like, work our way back home. So instead of just we do the mad rush to go there, and now it's like we do our time to go back home and spend our time and do the things that we want to do for ourselves. And it's like, so we stopped at Yeppoon for 4 nights, and then we've come down to here, down to Serenity Caravan Park here at Tugum. Still got a tongue twist on that one, but yeah, no, it's a nice little area here, and we're just sort of looking at the area as a whole, you know, going from Burrum Heads down to Hervey Bay type of thing, to sort of like checking the case and the joint out to see what it's like to maybe potentially buy something here for retirement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're fisherman.
Yeah, but there's no fish here. I tried this afternoon.
No.
All I did was just feed them.
Feed them. Yeah.
So, but now it's a nice area here. So we're heading back tomorrow. Heading back home to Ipswich tomorrow, and back to reality.
Reality. Oh yeah. Yeah, we know all about that. So you picked here because it's about halfway, or I didn't want to go. Like here rather than Burrum.
I didn't want to go to suburbia type of thing. I didn't want to go to a built-up area. I didn't want to go to a the Big Four and like that, where you've got 50 million kids running around. I wanted something exactly what this place said. I just want peace and quiet to just chill out and just go and do our own things and just drive around, have a look around the place. The weather's turned it on pretty good for us. It's nice and comfortable. So sandflies haven't been a big issue.
They haven't this time. Oh, you are a lucky man.
Yeah.
You are a lucky man.
Yeah, so no, we like the area. It's quite nice. Like I said, we've been to Burrum Heads, and we've here and then down to Point Vernon, down through Hervey Bay. So sort of leading back to this area.
Yeah, so everything comes back to the peaceful place.
Back in around in around this area at Tugum. Yeah. I'll get it one day.
You'll get it one day. Some of the new people go Tugum, and it's like, no, we're not. We don't have a silver spoon in our mouth.
It's
Tugum, exactly.
Yeah,
so what you pulling? What's on the back?
It's a Koda Challenger, 20'6", full off road.
Yeah.
And towing with the V6 Ranger. It goes very good.
Any modifications to it?
I've upgraded the battery system to it to I put twin 300 amp hour lithiums in there. I'm running about 850 solar on the roof with potential in portable panels to take it up to about 1.5.
Truly off-road then.
Yeah. So 300 litres of water. What else we got there is the...
It's a novel thing you've got on the front there for the bikes.
Yeah, I made that.
Never seen one before, so clearly you made it.
I made it. It's
not that I'm saying it's.
I utilised a vision I had of another bike rack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it suited what my needs were, and it worked out pretty good to sit on the front there.
A lot of dead space between the car and the van, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so it was the only place I could really put it, and I'm trying to keep my weights right on the van. I had to trying to keep my drawbar weights there, and since I've been towing with this car, and it's getting used. It's a little bit different in weight ratios to what the other one I used to tow with was a GU Patrol, and it sort of just sat on the road and just did what it wanted to do. This thing is a little bit lighter. Okay. And the van is a little bit more susceptible to a little bit of movement.
Playful,
So that I've been chasing a few little gremlins around to try and figure out to get it to run smoother. But seems to settle down now after you realise that the shockies on there were 13 years old and you needed new ones, and put new shockies on it, and job's done, all fixed. So now it tows beautiful.
Oh, lovely. And I notice down the back end you've got yourself a satellite dish.
Yep.
Is that something that you've towed around with since you've been vanning, or
yep.
Is it? Yeah,
always had it.
Yeah.
Even when the kids were younger, with other vans and stuff like that, we used to take the satellite dish with the Foxtel. That's how we originally started. We had an old just your standard house Foxtel panel, satellite, and I thought to myself, and I said, well, it works on the house. Why won't it work if I make a frame up? And took it with me. So that was our first episode, and took that away, and it worked fine. Then we just went and brought the proper satellite dish for the Sat King. We run a Sat King there as well. I put a little gizmo inside that flicks between Sat King and just a HDMI splitter. And to put that in the split between the two, depending on what you want to watch. And of recent times, I've just upgraded to Starlink, which that's another level again. That's just I'm still learning about how all that goes together, how it all interrelates to each other to get the optimum use out of it. You know, so.
It is a very good system when you're mobile and when you're away from a plug in the wall. It just, for me, all of these Stop for a While podcasts are transferred up and down and linked and carried on through Starlink. They're not sponsors or anything, and unless they've got some money they want to give me, in which case, you know my address.
Yeah, that's right.
The truck is very impressive. I like the truck. Very impressive.
A lot of money spent on that one. Yeah, it's time we upgraded the suspension, the wheels, the tyres, the bull bar, the lights, the grille, the seat covers, the tinted windows, the racks. That back rack I designed and made that myself on the back. I wanted to be able to, I didn't want to put a canopy on the back, but I still want to utilise the space behind the back window. And because I think that the canopies on the back of these dual cabs and that sort of look, it just takes it away. You might as well go buy a station wagon, you know. And so I wanted to be able to use the back of the ute as a ute. Hence, that's why that whole rack on the back lifts up.
Yeah.
So I can still get in the back.
Yeah.
And then I've got the carrying space on the top to put the stuff on top.
That's nice. So, that's nice. Yeah. Got a canopy on mine, and I sometimes will, like, it might be a station wagon, and even if I didn't have the canopy, it's still only 5 foot in length, and it's like a little square cube. When you need a ute, single cab, nice big tray, that's a ute.
Yes. Yeah. And look, this is the first ute I've ever owned. I was just sick and tired of we've never had a brand new car in our life, and it was like, we're not getting any younger. And the old Patrol I had, mind you, I spent a lot of money on that. We put a 6.5 litre Chev diesel into it, and it was a good truck. It was a good toy, but you had to drive it. Everywhere you went, you had to drive it. You know, it's not something that come out of the box, you know, like as in like fitted to a car. Like this Ranger come out of the box with 10-speed gearbox, the V6, all the ratios. It's designed to tow, you know. Whereas my Patrol, the engine, it would climb Mount Everest. It would pull the bloody roof off a house. Yeah. But in certain aspects, when towing, it was like the ratios and gearing and all sort of stuff wasn't really suited to do what it had to do. And you had to drive it to match, you know. There's an example that when we're living out at Moranbah, there's a hill coming back from Mackay to Moranbah with the same van with the Patrol. I had to hit the bottom of that hill. It was like a 90-degree turn off a straight, a 90-degree turn up a hill. And I had to hit the bottom of that corner at 100 or better to make it over third gear, 80 k's at the top every time. Whereas the Ranger, I've only ever did it once in the Ranger with the same van, and I hit the bottom of the hill at 80 k's and accelerated through to 100 k's at the top. Jeez. Same van, same weight, same everything. Yeah, it's just the ratios and the pulling of it. Just I'm very impressed with how it goes. So how they just put the power. All the specs were pretty similar, but just the ratios, how they've put it all together, the computer controlled and the modern, and just sitting on one finger on the steering wheel, just steering it and just driving it. There's no stress. There's no, am I going to make it? You're going to make it. It's just going to be easy, you know. It's quiet, and it's comfortable, you know. So yeah, it's.
Sound like you love your vehicles.
I've had some toys over the years.
Yes. Let's just come back into a caravan park.
Yep.
What's your favourite sound in a caravan park?
Quiet. Birds.
Bugs.
Bugs, your cicadas, just your general. we're talking about Serenity.
That's it. Absolute
Same
quiet.
place.
Maybe
It's
just a little bit of beach in the background, do you think?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we picked a site up at Yeppoon. And yet again, it wasn't your crammed in conventional caravan park. We actually stayed at the Causeway Caravan Park, and our spot we had literally sat at the front in the front there and just looked straight out over the Causeway Lake, right in front of us. That was it. Nothing else there. That was nice.
Yeah.
And we wanted something here, and this is what we were looking at Burrum Heads up at the one up this side of Burrum Heads there on the ocean, on the waterfront.
Oh, yeah.
We were actually trying to get in that one, but all they had offered at the time was just the lake, unpowered lake sort of view. And I said, no, I'm not going to go there. So then I kept on looking around. I said, oh, this one here looks... So I just Googled in and zoomed in, had a closer look and see what was here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I am so happy that you find this place really nice. Thank you for your stories. I appreciate it.
That's all right.
The sun comes up and suddenly it's tent folding and hitching up time. Everyone's doing the caravan shuffle. But for the legends who linger at the peaceful place, there's a front row seat to see the dust settle and a chance to soak up all those stories still floating around. Like Mozzie's at happy hour. Of course, that peace doesn't last long. The road's always fresh with new storytellers rolling in. Someone itching for a spot to land and spin a yarn. And when they pull up and stop for a while, their tales get stitched right into ours, just the way we like it. Stop for a While is written and produced by Macmouth Media. Original music was written and performed by Ben Clayton, with special thanks to Rob Blaffer, the man at Serenity Caravan Park. If you like the stories, please rate and review so we can share them everywhere. While we wait for the next story, we'd love to hear from you too. Share your stories and your thoughts too. Just drop us a line on our website or send an email. You can even check us out on Instagram. Now, it's time for another cool drink. Thanks for stopping for a while.